swell. Hope you're able. Hope you're. Your gravy will be doing good. Hope you're doing amazing. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing amazing. Just woke up. You look a bit crusty. My bad. That's me every morning though. Like these days, I the first thing I do is film. Get it out of the way so that I know that okay now I can do a little exercise and then shower and then go about the rest of my day. Yesterday I was naughty. I didn't write. I didn't do much yesterday. I just filmed. I didn't do anything else. I always feel bad when I do that. I always feel bad when I don't get much done. So today I'm gonna try write to make up for not writing yesterday. But anyway, I was just thinking about like lying, the concept of lying, and I've experienced. Look, everyone tells lies here and there, but I think when you're a habitual liar and when you're comfortable with lying, you tell significant lies on top of that. I think that's such a serious crime, a serious sin, and lying is kind of like a gateway. I'll call it a gateway sin because it leads to more serious ones. It leads to more serious infractions. You don't want to catch yourself lying constantly or telling big lies. Like I said, we all lie to some extent. For example, when people, there are people close to me who ask me because I've told them I have to be honest. People ask you like, what do you do these days? And it's like, look, there's this channel I'm managing, this YouTube channel, and yeah, I wrote a book recently and still making music, but at the same time, these things they don't really make that much money. So the main thing I'm doing right now, while I'm still trying to figure things out, is running this YouTube channel. And then they'll ask me like, ooh, that's cool. So what do you make videos about? I'm kind of embarrassed to tell them I make ASMR because I just feel like most people won't get it. It's still very niche. So I just sit in front of the camera and talk, and people listen to me talk about stuff. And like the way I describe it, you wouldn't think I make ASMR. That's not what you think. You think I have a podcast or something. I'm not directly lying. It's just I'm kind of lying by omission. Like I'm leaving out a very crucial detail, which is that I make ASMR. And with my thumbnails and some of my titles, I just feel self-conscious about people that I know watching me, because I'm not that close with a lot of them, so it's like they don't understand my super eccentric side, very in person, when you know me in person, I don't, I feel like to open up all the way, just for you to see every part of me, it takes a lot, I think that's true with most people, right? It takes a lot for you to completely open up with people. So they'll not know my all the way goofy side, and how weird I can truly be. So maybe seeing my channel can be like, what the hell? What is this? It can be a shocking moment for them. And I don't want to deal with all that. So I don't tell them. I just want to keep that to myself. Keep it private. So maybe that's an area of my life where I'm not being completely honest. And I've probably told lies here and there like that. There have been moments here and there where I've said something that I know isn't entirely true. But for the most part, I try my best to be honest about many things. even little things like that might be slightly inconvenient in the moment to be honest about. I always then like tell the truth, tell the truth, tell the truth, don't lie, don't lie. Like if I want to cancel plans with someone, like someone invites me out to do something and I don't want to go, the typical go-to for a lot of people is to lie and make up something that they have to do. Sorry, I have to go do this and that, and they'll lie and say. For me, it's like even in that scenario, I'm like, well, I just don't want to go. That's me most of the time. I'll just be straight up like, you know what, bro, I'm not feeling it. I just don't want to, because I don't want to lie to you. So I just tell people straight up, I just don't feel like it. Or I just say I can't make it. I say something that's not a lie. So I'll say, sorry, bro, I thought I was going to be able to make it, but I can't make it. Hopefully you can do this some other time, yada yada. Something like that. I'm not going to say like I have to look after my nephew or something who lives in another country. I'm not going to say that. So even with little things, I'm always cognizant of when I'm being dishonest. It's like I try to avoid that because I know that it can turn into a habit. It becomes a habit and it snowballs and small lies turn into big ones. So it's like, guys, whenever you can, tell the truth, man. Just tell the truth. You get into the habit of telling the truth even when it's inconvenient. Because if you lie when the stakes are low, when it's very low stakes, yeah, you're not gonna be honest when the stakes are high. When it's high stakes situations and you have a lot to lose for being honest, what you think you're gonna all of a sudden just start dropping truth bombs? No, you're gonna be like, you're gonna lie your ass off. So that's why it's important for me to just remember that be honest, be honest, be honest, be honest. And then with relationships, oh my gosh, bro, people be lying in relationships. People be lying in relationships all the time. Just telling straight up untruths. It's crazy, man. I was involved in something recently. It was kind of sad and shocking, where a girl had makes me sad to think about. She lied, like blatantly lied, and to me it was a significant lie too. And you know, lies aren't always about what people say, it's also about what you don't say. The image they portray versus like what's actually going on. Yeah, it's a whole bunch of things. The things they say to you versus the things they actually do, all this sort of stuff. So someone makes a promise and then they don't keep that promise. It's a bunch of like different categories of lies, but all of them happening at once, and it's like, it's kind of painful to think about, you know, because it's like, does this person care about me, or like, is it just like, even that, like, even like them caring about you becomes a question, like, do you actually care, or is it literally just like, this is just a game for you? I don't know anymore. I don't know. And yeah, it sucks. It sucks. In that particular scenario, it's almost like the straw that broke the camel's back, because, you know, I've had some like situations in the past that I've been involved in. I just feel so disillusioned these days. Someone had actually asked, maybe I should read the question. Someone had commented a bunch of questions. I'm not going to answer all of them because there are quite a few, but let me see what it says. Just hold on, bear with me. don't even know if I'm gonna try pronounce this username. Zaliex? I don't know. She lost a bunch of questions. Oh, some of these are actually quite interesting. So maybe I'll. But she don't like. One of the questions was opinions on teen relationships. I don't know anything about teen relationships, to be honest. When I was a teenager, I wasn't dating much. I went to a boys' school, so I didn't really get the opportunity to date in high school. Although I did have like a relationship of sorts with this one girl. Like, we were close, and I met her parents and hung out at our house, and we went on a date. Like, we didn't like go on dates much, but we'd hang out together, if that makes sense. Like, we'd just do good stuff together. But anyway, I was close with her, and we were never official, so I don't know if I count that as an official relationship. But I don't have much experience in general, but especially in high school. So I don't know about teen relationships. I don't even think teenagers should be in relationships, to be honest. Unless you like really, really, really like each other. Like, it's like serious feeling. I think teenagers should be focused on just being teenagers. But she says she's 18, so I don't know. That's different. When I think teenagers, I'm thinking like 15, 16. I guess 18 is technically a teenager because 18. You're also like technically a legal adult as well. So that's just a different dynamic, because now you're exposed at 18. You're being exposed to like a whole different world. So it's not the same dynamic as like the high school vibes. But yeah, I don't think I'm qualified to give advice on that. But I will say, where I'm at personally, also like from a male perspective, it's different, right? Like, the way females approach relationships is completely different to the way males approach. So my approach as a male is like, now it's like I'm just focusing on my goals. I want to be able to chase my dream, chase my goals, and not chase a girl, because it's not a good idea. And I'll say for me, because one thing I've just been realizing is that you can prescribe different parts, and you can say that this is what tends to work best, what works most times for most people, yada yada yada. But bro, 2025 has shown me flame, and just the modern dating scene is so chaotic and wild that I'm just at a point where I'm just like, y'all do whatever the fuck you want to do, because I'm so confused and jaded. I'm like, so for me, I think my approach would be to chase a dream, not a girl, and whatever happens. It's like, I think women come along the way as you build success and all these sort of things, as you kind of prove that you can provide. But it's just not even thinking about it anymore. It's just minding your business. Because if you've watched like a lot of my videos, you've seen me talk about relationships a lot. My desires to be married, my desires to have a family, all these sort of things. My desires to be a provider for the family, for my wife to be able to stay at home, take care of the kids. I want to homeschool my kids, so I'd like her to facilitate that sort of stuff, yada, yada, yada. Now I'm just like, I don't even like thinking about that sort of stuff anymore, because I'm just like, I'm honestly just like, bro, I have enough on my plate as it is. I think sometimes you waste time sitting daydreaming about the perfect relationship, all these sort of things. And yeah, I don't know. you know what's kind of just so strange? You don't want to generalize. I think I've like you get different types of women, um, and I've definitely seen. I remember watching this video of like this couple. They'd gone out together. They were sightseeing and just hanging out, cracking jokes, just having fun. They look happy together. They look genuinely happy. So I think it's possible for like a girl to meet a guy that she likes purely because of who he is, his personality, his charm, whatever the case may be, and she's not. I don't know. But what I've seen a lot of the time is that there are a lot of games being played a lot of the time. It's not as simple as just be yourself, bro. It's not that simple. It's like, yes, be yourself, but also understand that you have to bring a lot to the table. And I do think it's important to be financially viable in terms of the lifestyle that she would want. She has to be reasonable as well, of course. I think everyone has to have reasonable expectations of the other person, because a lot of girls these days will say he needs to make six figures and get it, even though he's like 21. It's just that unrealistic. He needs to make this amount of money, he needs to be this fit, he needs to, so it's like this whole list of things he needs to be, and it's like what percentage of men are all those things all at once. It's like very, very few. So I do think you should be fair, you should be realistic in your expectations. But at the same time, it's like, people are gonna have expectations and you have to be able to meet them, right? At least some of them. So when you're cognizant of that, and you're also cognizant of the fact that, like I said, there are games being played. One thing I've noticed is that when you're focused on one girl, I'm the type of person that when I'm talking to a girl, I don't like to talk to other girls. I like to focus my attention on the one girl because it feels partially dishonest to be talking to someone else when I'm so emotionally invested in one person. It just feels like, it doesn't feel right to me, but at the same time, it's like, it also just feels like a lot of work to be talking to this girl and talking to that girl and that. So I like to focus my attention on one girl. The issue with that is she can tell when she's the only girl that you're talking to. And that creates a strange power dynamic, because if she's talking to other guys, if she has other options, she has leverage, and she might not take you as seriously. She might take you for granted. It just creates this very strange scenario where you're like, it feels like you're simping, It can become that. You're replying very quickly to her messages. You're very attentive. She can just feel like, okay, I'm getting a considerable amount of attention from this individual, versus someone who has a bunch of options. She'll be able to tell, okay, he's probably talking to other people. If I don't lock this in, I might lose him to someone else. I think there's something attractive about that. Like for girls, like guys who have options and other women like him, and that might signal status, it might signal attractiveness, whatever, I don't know. And yeah, it's a game that you play, right? And I'm at a point where I'm just like, I don't want to be on record endorsing certain things, because especially as a Christian, I'm trying to I'm trying my best to walk the straight and narrow path and wait till marriage and all these things. But I can definitely understand, especially as if you've been hurt, if you've been strung along, if you've like really like tried your best to commit to someone and it didn't work out. I can understand how some guys become very cold and they just engage in a lot of casual sex and they never allow themselves to get attached to girls because it's a defense mechanism. You don't want to get hurt, so you just like I won't ever get too close. I'll just have my fun and dip because you don't want to be alone either, right? That's also like not great. So it's like I get it. And you know what? It gets rewarded these days. That sort of behavior for men in particular gets rewarded. Like the guy who's like very sexually adventurous, gets a lot of girls, all these sort of things. He ends up getting more girls. The guy who's like saving himself for marriage, so he looks like an incel. Like something's wrong with him. If a guy says I'm saving myself for marriage, it's like I don't think most women like the response isn't like, oh my god, wow, what a wonderful guy. It's like, oh, that's cool. That's nice, I guess. Good for you. It just doesn't sound sexy, I guess, to some of these girls. Whereas the guy that's really out and about and he has a reputation for being a ladies' man, there's kind of like this mystique around him. He's kind of like a dark horse, but it's also like he just gets more and more and more. So I understand how when guys are looking at this and looking at what's rewarded versus what's kind of not frowned upon, but not respected either. Yeah, it just creates an awkward situation where you're kind of like, okay, what do I do then? So I don't know, man. I don't know what to do. I really don't know. All I know is I'm tired of being in these dynamics where I like her more than she likes me. So I just want to distance myself from that. So I don't know what the future holds when it comes to like relationships and stuff. But I'm tired of thinking about it. I'm tired of talking about it. So I think it's best to just, focus on the things you're building. So for me, it's like, okay, I have this channel I need to work on. I need to finish writing my second novel. And then my third, because it's a 3-part series. I have an album I need to finish. Like I said, I recently had a very strange, very brief, very strange interaction with this girl, and things happened, and I can write about that. So that's I have written about it. I have made songs about that, and yeah, I can use that for the album and make more songs. So it wasn't for nothing. I'm gonna get some songs out of that. But yeah, chase a dream, don't chase the girls. Kind of where I'm at right now. Maybe I'll meet someone else down the line that will change my mind. I'm just trying not to think about it right now, though. This person asked about ASMR. The ASMR community itself and how ASMR has affected me. I'm watching too much ASMR these days. Like, my sleep patterns are so bad, and I'm like, I need to learn how to sleep without ASMR. Oh my gosh, bro. I just need to learn how to just put my phone away and just sleep. Jeez, man. Watching too much ASMR. But ASMR is cool. It's nice. I like listening to people who like talk about interesting things while doing ASMR. It's a very niche thing, right? Like good rambles and like fast aggressive ASMR. It's a rare combo. I like watching like Tony Trigger's Lo-Fi. I think that's the name of the channel, the exact name of the channel. So there's the Tony Trigger's channel, which is like the main channel, Tony Trigger's ASMR. Then he has a Lo-Fi channel where he does his Lo-Fi videos. I like those ones, especially like when he's in his car, just tapping on his dashboard and scratching the dashboard and stuff like that. And he's rambling about stuff. That's nice. The ASMR community. The ASMR community is quite a broad community. There's different types of ASMR viewers and stuff. So I'm very I'm like a hermit. I just kind of keep to myself for the most part. So I don't know too much about the broader community, but you know, most people seem nice enough. I'm just trying to build this channel as much as I can. Oh my gosh, if I can get to 100k subs somehow, someway, that'd be great. That'd be phenomenal. But with this channel, it's just like one foot in front of the other. You have a period of time where you're doing super well, like the videos are getting the views, and then like the views plummet. And through it all, you have to adapt and just keep trying. Don't get discouraged. Keep going. So it's a journey. It's a journey. Ideal life? She's asking, what's my ideal life look like? Yeah, I'd like to have a family. I'd like to be married, have kids one day. That'd be cool. Job. Yeah, I'd like to still be making videos. Hopefully my book is doing well. In my 30s, I want it to be pretty established as it pertains to like the channel, the books, the music, all that. I want all of that to be doing well. And I've put so much effort into like all of these areas. I'm hoping it pays off, that I get paid for that. There are other things I want to do as well. Hopefully at some point I have enough money to start a game studio. I'd love to make a video game that I can work on with a team. So I want to buy a building and just, you know what, okay, so here's what I'd like to do. If I can spend like a year or two traveling, just seeing different places I want to see. I would love to see Japan. I've been learning a lot of Japanese, and I'd love to go to Japan, spend a good amount of time there. Like maybe like a month or two, hopefully more. You can always go back after your visa, because you know your visa, you get like what, 90 days. So you can always go back after like your visa expires or something. You don't want to stay past the visa expiration date. Don't do that. But you know, you have your one trip. Maybe you're there for like a month or two, and then you leave, and then you can always come back another time. So I want to do that. See France. France is pretty cool. See places like Italy. That would be nice. See the States. The States would be a cool place to visit. Just travel, see different countries. Do that for like a year or two. Hopefully before I'm 30 something. Hopefully before I'm in my 30s. I just want, before I leave my 20s, just have that time to do that sort of stuff. Traveling, having certain adventures, you know. And then, yeah, I want to buy a building and make games. Like, that's for me, like, ultimate, like, that's the thing I see myself doing as like a day-to-day, like daily 9-to-5 kind of job, where, because you know, with making videos and writing a book and making music, it's very like intermittent, very sporadic. It's not something you do around the clock, because you know, it's a lot of it is like inspiration hits you, and it hits you. A lot of it is like you just don't have the energy or the creativity in that moment to write, so you have a lot of downtime. It's like, it's not consistent, for me at least. People have different processes. But like with like running like a gaming studio, that's a job, and there's different aspects of the business you'd have to manage, not just the creative stuff, but a whole bunch of things. So I'd want that to be my daily thing that I do. I think I'll be good at that as well. Not just that, like, so proof of concept like that I can write a good story would be my novel, right? And then it's like managing a team, managing a group of people to complete a project is also its own challenge. I got a taste of that in film school when I had to direct a movie, and you're managing so much, and all these different personalities, and there's drama, and some people who are lazy, don't want to work, you have to get them to work, and so on and so forth. So that was a little taste. It's not easy for sure, it's definitely challenging. And I'd imagine when there's so much more on the line with like a business, it's even more stressful, right? So it'd be a good challenge for me. I'd want to start a restaurant at some point. Not cooking at it, but like I'd want to curate the menu and then hire some people. But that's like, I'd want to get the capital to do that. So that's like a later thing. But that would be something dope to do, for sure. There's something else I wanted to say. I'm forgetting though. Oh, with the music, you know, God willing, music does well. Like, I got this one song. I don't understand why people keep streaming this particular song. But I got this one song. You know, it's doing okay. It's like 10,000 streams, 10,600 streams or something like that. And it's the like, I've been wanting another song to go above 1,000 streams, but that's the only song that I have on my Spotify or anyone else, I believe, that's above 1,000 streams. And it's such an old song too. It's not mixed well. It's just such an old song, and that's the one people keep streaming. I'm just like, please, like, give my other music a chance. But anyway, it kind of took off very randomly. It's not viral. Like 10,000 streams is not viral, but you know, it's okay. It's decent. It's a lot more than most artists ever get. But God willing, something blows up, something does well, and then all of a sudden the music in general starts doing well because people start checking out the rest of your songs. It means you can start touring. It means you can start doing live shows. I'm not the best at live performances, but it's something you get better at over time. And yeah, that would be something as well that takes up a lot of time, like touring and performing live. So I'd love to do that. And that allows you to travel as well, because you're going to different locations to perform for people. So that would be so fun. So I hope I get the opportunity to do that, to perform music live in different places. I got so many songs, it's crazy. So it would be fun to be able to tour professionally. I'd love to do a book tour too. I'd love to do a book tour. Oh my gosh, bro. If you have enough fans, if you have enough of an audience, you can do a book tour. You can go to this city, have an event there, people show up, and you just talk about the book, Q&A type thing, when people ask you questions about the book. You get to answer them, and then you go to the next city, do that, go to the next city, do that. So that'd be great. But all of this is like ideal scenario, right? My channel is the main thing right now that's growing. It's growing like very intermittently. Like there's periods of growth, periods of stagnation, periods of growth, periods of stagnation, and it's definitely testing my patience for sure. But right now the channel seems to be the only thing that's actually like moving. But I'm hoping to God that everything else moves eventually. Just need patience and persistence. But hey man, if all I ever have is the channel, that's pretty good too. I just need to be smart in terms of how I take the revenue and reinvest it in other areas so that I can secure my future. Because you know, you might not have the channel forever, and like YouTube as a platform might collapse and everything you've built goes with it, and you never know what happens in the future. but YouTubers make a decent amount of money. Like when you have hundreds and thousands of subs or something. Not even then. Like if you have like even a few. Like if you have 60K subs, but then you've got a Patreon and you've got like a bunch of products that you plug your viewers to, and you can develop a really good flow of income. So it's just about maximizing the potential of your audience. I'm still trying to figure that out. I don't know if I'm the best at that. I struggled to get my book sold. I got like 20 sales for my book so far. 20 sales for 20,000 subs. Whose fault is that? Is that yours or mine? I'll say it's my fault. You never want to blame your audience. It's not a good idea. But yeah, if you can capitalize on your audience, then you don't necessarily need to have 1 million subs. If you have 60,000 subs, but you're really close to the audience, that goes a long way. So let's say out of those 60,000, 5,000 are like really strong supporters. Oh my gosh, like 5,000 people supporting you financially, like buying your products, all these other things. That's good. That's really good. And then if you grow from there to get even better, but easier said than done, man. Getting 5,000 people to support you for anything it's not easy. So you know. Anyway, I've said a lot. Let me know what you think in the comments. You know, I like to pray at the end of my video. So dear Father God, I thank you for watching this one. I thank you for making it all and unique and guiding my path towards peace, prosperity, and purpose. Thanks for blessing this person. Wonderful people in your life. And love and take care of them. And also bless that one. And thank you for maintaining the ones over there who do the same thing. Thank you for blessing this person with love and marriage, sustaining love and marriage, and making me very happy. Thank you for blessing this person with the spirit of gratitude so we can give thanks for all the wonderful things in your life and by giving thanks and find peace, contentment, and energy. Let your presence be found in this person's life. So that your cause, that your love, and good health on life and happiness over this person. Thank you so much.